So, is the ocarina an easy instrument to play? Before I get into it, for those who don't know me, my name is Tom van Oppem. I'm a professional ocarina player and maker. I've been playing for over 20 years now. I recorded multiple albums, including a major debut album with Universal Music. I've done recording work for television shows and for commercials. And 2 years ago, I released my own brand of ocarinas, which is called Anemoy Ocarina. Anyways, to get into the question, is the ocarina an easy instrument to play? The reason for me to making this video is that I often get this question, and it's not a simple yes or no answer. And let me explain. So, just to say like yes, it's an easy instrument, I feel is kind of not telling people what to expect. So while yes, I do agree, the ocarina is a very simple instrument. Take this one for example. It's the Nobel plastic ocarina. It's very popular, and it's one of the most used plastics in the world. Is this an easy instrument? Yes, in the sense that I can explain you how to play the C major scale in like 30 minutes, maybe even less if you got any musical experience. It's super easy and intuitive to like just play the major scale on it. It's very straightforward, and also it's very easy to get a sound. So in that sense, I would say it's a nice instrument to just pick up and play. And side note, if you're interested in the ocarina or music, just even for the slightest bit, please get one. If you got like a few bucks to spare, just get like a Night by Noble or any other inexpensive single ocarina and just have fun exploring music and learning how to play. Just watch a tutorial or just watch the manual in the ocarina's case, and you'll be able to play the C major scale in probably less than an hour. I've done workshops where I teach, like especially kids, in like less than an hour. They can play the scale and they can play a song like "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star." So I'm sure if you pick it up, you'll be able to play it very quickly. So in that sense, very easy instrument. However, by saying that, I do feel that we're kind of neglecting a big part of the ocarina. So while it's a very simple instrument, you blow into the little hole here and you hold your fingers like that. The fact that it's so simple makes it more complex, in my opinion. The reason is it's a very, very sensitive instrument. So it's not just the holes that matter for the pitch. Your breath control is so important, and every slight change in breath pressure will change the tonal quality and the pitch of the sound. So that means if you're blowing too strongly, you will be playing sharp. If you play too, you breathe too low, it will be just low in sound. So you will be flat, which means that it's not just practicing the fingering, it's also practicing your breath control. And you can say, oh, well, yeah, then I'll just practice on that. There are people out there that are very musically skilled and they are very quick to listen to a note and know I have to breathe a little bit more, I have to breathe a little bit less, and I've got the correct pitch. But there are people out there who don't have that musical skill yet, and they pick up the ocarina and they just start playing, and their pitch is just all over the place. And that takes quite some time to practice. You need to learn how to listen to the correct pitch and control your breath. So that's a very big part of the ocarina. And in that sense, I've had this conversation with other professional musicians before. They also feel that it's a difficult part of the ocarina. Aside from pitch, because it's so sensitive, it also creates a tonal quality. If you look at different ocarina players out there, even if they play the same exact instrument, they will usually have a different type of sound. It will be sometimes very minimum, but with some players, it's a very big difference, and this all comes from their own control. I look at it as a vocal, like you have a lot of different singers and they all have their different styles. And with the ocarina, I also feel that it kind of applies. Of course, this type of ocarina usually has this type of sound, but still, by your control, you can change a lot. So that's a big part of learning how to play the ocarina. Then, aside from that, because it's so sensitive, when you're missing your fingers, for example, just so slightly, you will hear it, which also gives you the opportunity, of course, to implement slides, drilling, and other different techniques that you can think of. If you look at a lot of videos, people will, do a lot of like special techniques and add a lot of flavor to their playing. Even in my videos, you can immediately hear and see that I'm doing different things. So that's another layer that you can put on top of the ocarina. And then for those who have seen my videos, I actually don't play single ocarinas. I play multi-chamber ocarinas. And for the people that don't know what that means, so a single chamber ocarina just means that it's just a single chamber ocarina. So it just has one chamber and that's it. So usually this plays about one octave and a few notes. Then the multi-chamber ocarina, as the name suggests, it has multiple chambers on the inside. So imagine just taking a single ocarina and sticking multiple ocarinas to it. And it's going to be hard, but you can see it probably. It has multiple windpipes on the inside. So during my performances, I'm actually shifting left and right to change chambers. And that allows me to play a lot more notes than just a single ocarina. So if you're interested about my ocarina brand, all my ocarinas are made by me, and they're all multi-chambered ocarinas, because that's what I'm specialized in, and that's pretty much what I just do. So yeah, I think that's the general answer of it. I don't want to go too deep into it because it's just gonna be me rambling on. But I wanted to make this video because I get this question so often, and when I get questions from people and like DMs and such, I often actually reply with a video because it's so much easier for me to just show the technique or express myself through a video and just rather than typing it all out. So I was thinking about it, and rather than just doing that for one person, I might as well just make a video and put it on my YouTube channel. I just want to help people out there. I just want to provide information, and yeah, that's it. If you've been watching until this point and you're not tired of my rambling and you want to hear more, feel free to leave a comment with your question or suggestions, or send me a DM or an email. And if there's any interesting topic, I'll gladly make another video. So yeah, that's about it. Take care and see you.